guys see Sanji get eye diffed by Saturn? His son got Zika. Hey, Zoro fan 72. you heard that Sanji's a pedophile? I mean, you haven't heard? Word on the street is that Bonnie's 12 years old. He can never beat the allegations.
Shut the fuck up, boy. This is how you guys sound to me. I just hope you know, like, this is what I'm hearing in my head. But there's been way too much Sanji slander throughout these past couple of weeks, so why not make a video reminding you guys on why he's him and why I stand on business? Cause don't worry, I remember every single one of you guys laughing at me when Saturn ran Sanji's fade, which I don't know why, just cause I'm a Sanji fan, apparently I have to get slandered. But listen, your time will come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But besides all that, in my last video I talked about future advanced Conquerors Haki users, and I didn't mention Sanji. So I want to talk about the potential of Sanji and people not understanding the magnitude of how strong he can actually become. He could become one of the strongest to ever exist and be up there with some of the big dogs at the end of the series. And you know what the best part about it is? He won't even need advanced Conquerors Haki to do so.
Wow, that's superior. For you to be considered one of the strongest, you need to have advanced Conquerors Haki.
I don't care, kid. By the way, this isn't me saying Sanji won't get Conquerors Haki, because that's something that is very possible in my opinion. I'm just saying he don't need it either way. But don't get me wrong, it would be cool if he does get it, and if he does, you won't hear the end of it from me. Guys, before we go further in the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't want to show my analytics this video, but I know you guys keep tuning into the channel and not subscribing. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. I know you hear me. Don't ignore me. Please make this the video where you choose to subscribe. So how this video is going to work is that I'm going to break down and talk about all the aspects of Sanji that he excels in and how they will stack up at the end of the series in comparison to the verse and his future upgrades that he will obtain. So the first aspect of Sanji I want to mention is his durability. It's no shocker that Sanji's durability is one of his main strengths due to his Germa genes awakening in Wano, giving him an exoskeleton. Sanji is so durable to the point where he just basically flexes his durability and just tanks damage. And the scene I'm obviously referring to is when S.I.Q punched Sanji with what seemingly looked like it was fisherman karate, which then would ignore durability, and Sanji just stood there unfazed. Sanji is also so durable that he could honestly be considered one of the most durable characters or the most durable character in One Piece right now. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. That's just how Sanji's brother's durability should naturally be weaker than his. Even though they all have an exoskeleton, Sanji is just naturally way stronger, so his natural stats are just going to be way better than his siblings who are just immensely weaker than him. It could be like that regarding top tiers just being overall way stronger than Sanji, so they're just naturally more durable. But you got top tiers like Whitebeard getting stabbed by Squirtle. Not to throw any shade at Zoro, but he's getting pierced by nails. I'm just saying, with creatures like Kaido and Big Mom dead, the only characters left are humans. I can't recall any crazy creature with crazy durability left in One Piece. If you aren't a rubber man like Luffy, who else is really competition? I won't jump the gun and say he's more durable than everyone just yet, because there was a moment where Sanji did get damaged by one of the Queen's attacks, which was Winch Queen, and honestly there was nothing too crazy about this attack and he still took some damage from it, and it's like I can't imagine some top tiers getting damaged by that, even though Sanji technically should have more durability. So like I was saying earlier, because they're insanely stronger means their durability is most likely going to be better than Sanji's. But you cannot deny the fact that when he gets stronger, his durability will undeniably be considered top tier in the verse, potentially amongst the best. I'm not entertaining the guys who use Saturn's witchcraft as an anti-feat for his durability. We're not getting into all that. Now let's talk about Sanji's speed. Yeah, is there really anything to talk about when it comes to this, guys? Listen, I'm not going to spend much time here. It's pretty much set in stone that Sanji is amongst the fastest characters in the series. He performs speed so fast that he turns invisible. And yes, Oda reinforces this by letting us know in the SPS that he has the power to disappear. And him literally having the invisible effect when he disappears that is identical to people who have the power to go invisible. But Kizaru shows us there's another level of speed that's even greater than Sanji's. When he speed blitzed the fuck out of Snake Man Luffy, Kizaru's regular speed in this instance seems to mimic Sanji's disappearing speed based off the effect. It has the same kanji as Sanji, but then he gets faster and accelerates, showing us there's a next level that obviously Sanji will obtain or even surpass. Sanji has been built up to be a speed-based fighter. Every power-up he got in the series amplifies his speed, like Diable Jambe, the Raid Suit, Germa Awakening, Ifrit Jambe. That's the formula Oda's been using and will most likely power up Sanji in that realm moving forward. So Sanji or already has top tier level of speed. Imagine what he will have at the end of the series. Next, let's talk about Haki. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys Sanji will have all advanced versions of Haki, because that just doesn't seem like the route Oda wants to take with Sanji. It seems like he wants him to power up via science, but that doesn't mean Sanji won't obtain any high level of Haki. He's likely to get future sight, and that's mainly because observation Haki is the only version of Haki that's been highlighted with Sanji by Oda. And as Oda said in the SBS, Sanji specializes in observation Haki. And as Rayleigh said, people gravitate to the Haki they are the best at. Sanji has clearly trained his observation the most. It would be likely that he develops that even more. Let's talk about his endurance real quick. We've seen Sanji take a beating from Doflamingo. He got stabbed through the chest and he was somewhat fine. But one of the most underrated endurance feats that no one talks about, Sanji had every single bone in his body broken and was still able to move fine, like he said. And I quote, Sanji said it stings a bit, but I can still move fine. What the fuck? Why does no one talk about this? How many people in One Piece can say that? If you break all your bones in One Piece, I doubt anybody can shrug that off. Now, depending on your interpretation, Sanji's endurance levels is actually insane. Whether you want to classify it as one of the best is up to you. But no doubt, once again, this category of Sanji will get better over time. Lastly, let's talk about attack power. I'm gonna say this up front. Sanji will have the hottest flames undisputed at the end of the series. I know Akainu bodied Ace's fire and told him magma is superior to fire, but at some point, enough is enough. I understand Akainu's magma is superior to regular orange fire because he proved it. Then we get introduced to blue flames by Sanji, and I still give Akainu the edge just cause of that statement and him bodying Ace. But when Sanji gets another flame upgrade, that's where I draw the line. Like, what the fuck even is magma, bro? Is that even a flame? Why am I even including this guy? I'm talking about flame users. Anyway, let's forget about Akainu. Like, it's making my head hurt. Sanji will have the hottest flame. He can have the hottest magma, whatever. I don't go for it. Sanji's last two major power-ups were Diable Jambe, which he expanded on for years, now Ifrit Jambe. So obviously there's a trend of him unlocking hotter flames that should continue in the future. I could be wrong about this, and it may be repetitive by Oda just to give Sanji a hotter flame every time, and he might take a completely different route, and he might even give him Conquerors Haki for that reason. But if we follow previous patterns, he should get a flame upgrade, and what color flame he unlocks is up to your interpretation. But I think it's safe to assume for now that he's gonna unlock the highest temperature possible, and there's essentially no limit to how hot he can get. Sanji's passion burns hotter than any flame, so it honestly just depends on his emotion. His flame literally has no ceiling, and that's pretty much implied when Sanji unlocks his Germa upgrades, because he says his body is now sturdy and it is stronger, and now he can withstand hotter flames, which is why he unlocked Ifrit Jambe. Basically saying before his body couldn't handle those flames, and now that he can, he's able to use it. So if we put 2 and 2 together, you know what could potentially happen next. And also, I want you guys to remember, his flames is a form of Duraneg, or should I say durability negation. It's not like Sanji's attack is hitting you from the inside out. That's not what I'm applying. I'm applying the flames seed into the body and ignores durability to some degree. That's exactly what Diable Jambe showed us with Jabra trying to use Iron Body. It's not Sanji's kick that damages you from within, it's his fire. What also will make Sanji's attack power ridiculous is the fact that his speed is ridiculous. Speed is weight and speed is power is something that's been emphasized to us by Kizaru and Sanji. Sanji, who's gonna have insane speed with an even greater level of flames, is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Imagine a man who's potentially the fastest character in One Piece, combining that level of speed with his attack power. He's already at a stage where he can dismantle an ancient zone who are known for their durability and endurance. Imagine what he can dismantle in the future, especially to characters who might not be as durable. So now that we said all this, is this not a recipe for a top tier in the series? Let's be honest, he has some of the best durability portrayal in the series. His endurance is insane as well at this level. Breaking every single bone in your body and you can move fine, no one in the series has that feat. When it comes to his speed, he's already one of the fastest characters, and it's already gonna get better like we discussed. And you combine that with potentially him having future sight, what the fuck? Is that not an AIDS combination? Someone who could potentially be the fastest, now you give them the ability to predict the future, that's AIDS. And when it comes to his attack power, he already has some bootleg advanced art in Haki with the flames doing eternal damage. And now having black flames or white flames or whatever is higher than blue, combining that with the highest level of speed, putting more force behind that. Looking at all of this, it shows you that Oda can make this guy extremely strong without even needing advanced Conquerors Haki. This is why I say Sanji can have the ability, but it's definitely not a necessity. Oda can make this guy very, very strong, very, very easily without Conquerors Haki.